Themlootlads.
If you were having a potluck and invited all the cryptids, what would the cryptids bring? What are we attributing cryptid to? This is still on food, by the way. This is like our 4th episode of food.
It's the same recording session. We're
I
fine.
know, it's all food based. But like Bigfoot, do you think he'd bring a gumbo?
Bigfoot? Okay, alright, hold on, I'm thinking. That entirely had to like put...
Fucking all the brakes just hit on your mind, huh?
I feel as though it is a gumbo. Bigfoot would find a way to get shrimp and put it in the gumbo. It's like a big gumbo.
Okay.
Large gumbo.
Large gumbo.
For some reason, I want to pin Mothman as the tea sandwiches guy.
Oh, okay. With like the crust cut off?
Yes.
Nice. Yeah, okay. I can give it that. Less disaster there, right? He's a portent of disaster, so it's good to have something that you can't really fuck up.
For some reason, I'm picturing the Loch Ness Monster to have a sweet tooth that I have no basis for it.
Saltwater taffy.
I don't even know if we need to equate it to like a water food is the thing. Maybe he's a good baker and he lacks in fingies, but he is really good at knowing when the things get baked.
Saltwater taffy.
All right, we can do saltwater taffy fine. You can be a little fuck about it.
Thanks that's who I am. A little fuck about things.
You're a little fuck. Unfortunately, I don't know what specifically is classified as a cryptid. My cryptozoology is not particularly great, so you're gonna need to like tell me it's a cryptid, and I can give you a base knee-jerk reaction to whether or not they can bring something tasty to this potluck.
Okay. Well, let's just group all ghost, poltergeist, and spooky little dudes all together.
That's racist.
Okay. What are they bringing though?
So just ghosts?
Ghosts.
All right, ghosts.
Poltergeebs.
When I think of ghosts and I think of anything revolving around ghosts, I'm thinking they want a nostalgic feeling or a hard candy. But it's a potluck, so they would probably make something a little bit more cozy. Someone's bringing a gumbo, but they don't know that. So it's probably going to be like a
old beef stew?
I think they're going to bring something savory and not sweet. So we'll start with that.
Okay.
It's going to be something chili.
Chili?
I don't know why ghosts in my head are chili, but ghosts in my head are chili.
Okay. All right. Chupacabra.
Chupacabra.
The goat sucker. So it's going to have to bring like a goat meat something, right?
No, vegetable platter.
Really?
Because he wants all the goat meat to himself.
I mean, you could bring the food that you want to eat.
But here's the thing. He's going to be thinking that people, because they know he's coming, are going to think about savory foods. So he's going to bring something that people can munch on because he knows savory foods are going to be there, which would be a vegetable platter. And people like to overbring desserts at a potluck. People sometimes be like, yo, why do we have 3 desserts and 2 main dishes? So he's going to say vegetable platter for if people want the snack or after the main meal or during the social gathering. I feel like Chupathingy is a little bit more thinking about the people as opposed to wanting to bring like an extravagant savory meal.
I can see where you're coming from. I can see that bringing that to a potluck, but I don't see the Chupacabra doing that. I see like more like a siren bringing that.
A siren?
Yeah.
No, siren will fuck you up. Siren's bringing the most luxurious dessert.
Really?
Because they want the fuck afterwards. Or eat the other person. Like, here's the thing about sirens is like, when I think of a siren, I think of a very like conniving individual.
Okay.
And conniving individuals don't bring
chips or
don't bring snacks. They want to bring I brought the cheesecake, I'm down the bone. But also they're trying to lead you into a trap so that they can eat you. Whereas none of them are goats. The Chupathingy's not trying to trick you. The Chupathingy's here for a good time.
So, Chupathingy veggie platter, siren's cheesecake?
Something luxurious like cheesecake. Like something that's rich that would show the other people that like, yeah, I baked this specifically for this potluck.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
in my opinion. That says about me.
Well, here's the thing, is that we have a history of cheesecake, so if we don't have a cheesecake, either of us that make it, it's kind of a failure for it. And honestly, the banana bread that we had last time we had a potluck, was because I knew you were bringing a cheesecake.
I did bring a cheesecake.
But also because I know you wanted the fuck, and I didn't want to bring that energy.
Yeah, I guess you didn't match it. Yeah, that's fair.
Well, I didn't want to match it because I didn't want to buck heads.
Very pensive all night.
I'm just a banana bread enjoyer. What can I say?
Point your fingers together.
But yeah, no. If we're doing sirens, I'm gonna hammer it home. They're trying to impress. Chupathingy's hanging out.
Okay.
What's our next guy?
What do we got? Let me think cryptids, cryptos, cryptids. Thunderbirds?
What the fuck's a thunderbird? A
thunderbird is like it's kind of like what they expect a pterodactyl to be from like South America.
Thunderbirds would probably... Thunderbirds to me also want to hang out, but I think it might just be the more animalistic ones that would just like gather for the people. So I feel as though they would want to go a little bit more meaty because that's kind of what they want, whereas Chupathingy, for some reason in my mind, want other people to have a good time. So they would bring a charcuterie, I think.
Yeah, I can see a charcuterie because like they got a bunch of exotic different stuff down there too.
Yes, I was gonna say like a pep and cheese platter, but like you can make a charcuterie anything in your region, and I feel like if we're thinking about Thunderbirds, there's a lot of variety there to be had. And if we're thinking about like werewolves, I think werewolves are cryptids, right?
Werewolves are cryptids. Yeah.
Werewolves as a classification of cryptids, I think they also want people to have a good time. Ooh. But the only thing that they know big fucking meat and big fucking like they would be the one that brings like the goat or like the roast turkey.
Yeah, like a whole like half a suckling pig.
Yes. I think if we're thinking ones that would bring a huge honk of meat, that would be the one.
Big honking meats.
Yeah, and it's not like tied to a familiarity or like a homely thing like any sort of ghost. The thing about chili is that everyone makes it a different way.
True.
Everyone wants it to be like, yeah, this is my family's chili, or this is the chili that I made last night, or like 6 years ago while I was like drunk on the tequila or whatever. Yeah. And like
Ghosts 500 ways to make a chili. So.
Yeah, Ghosts would remember their specific way of making fancy chili, and the thing about ghosts is that they would probably argue amongst themselves if we're grouping them all together. I think every ghost would have their own chili and would want to bring something because like, you know, it's bowls of chili. It's whatever.
They try and conglomerate on like a chili type. They all bring like a spice and a meat and a thing together, and they just kind of buck heads a little bit.
Vampires would bring drinks. I
was gonna say the wine. They'd be bringing the wine.
Though traditionally wine, but I think they would be the type of people that would be like, you know what? I brought some whiskey and some beer to the party, but like the wine is for me, if you know what they wouldn't expect people to also want to drink the wine. But Chupathingy is there, who likes
they do
the
be
wine
sucking.
of a specific of a specific creed.
They're suck kin.
Yeah. That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if anyone would join them in a wine and chi thing, it would be the Thunderbirds and the Chupa.
The kin of the sip.
The kin of the sip kin.
Yeah.
And we've already discussed that like sirens would want to be indulgent. What else counts as a cryptid?
I think mummies would bring like a bread.
Mummies are, yes.
Definitely an unleavened like naan or something like that.
Do you think they would include hummus?
Yes. Yeah. I would say a bread and maybe like a hummus or like an oil, like a bread oil.
I think they're a bread and oil type of guy.
You can get a good bread and oil.
I think bread and oil less so than bread and hummus, and like someone else could bring the hummus. That probably would be part of the charcuterie, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if charcuterie or hummus is usually part of a charcuterie, but like I feel like you could bring it, and in addition to all the charcuterie stuff, have some hummus with your cheese and meats and whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with the bread on the mummy stuff. What else do we got here? I was gonna say, for some reason, dragons are cryptids.
Dragons are kind of sure. We'll go with that.
Dragons are also in the same similar vein of sirens, but not in the way of they want the fuck. They just want to like flourish and be like, yeah, I'm fucking rich.
They want to flaunt.
They would probably bring an entire, like they wouldn't make anything themselves. They would bring an entire platter of Ferrero Rocher or something equivalent.
They're flaunters, not haunters.
True.
I would say, yeah, like what is something that you only have? Oh, I got the wrong one. Only have other people bring it. Like you're never really gonna buy it yourself, but like Somebody's going to be bringing it. And you're like,
here's the thing. They're not... dragons are selfish potluckers. They want to like show off that they got the good shit. That's why I said Ferrero Rocher. Ferrero Rocher, for some reason, in my mind, is the like indulgent sweet, but I know that's really not the case. Maybe like Lindor chocolates. Like they would have an entire fucking bucket of Lindors that they just get. Like it's not in the theme of the fucking charcuterie, or not charcuterie, not in the theme of the potluck at all. Like there's no reason for there to be rich chocolates there, especially where someone brought a cheesecake, but that didn't really matter to the sirens, did it? No, so I think dragons would have a horde of Lindor chocolates, or like fancy chocolates.
You know, in the commercial, how like the Lindors are usually in like a pyramid, and then like a lady shoots a bow at it.
See, that's why I said Ferrero Rocher, because they have the fucking
the horde.
Yeah.
And it's golden. Yeah. That are like Donkey Kong.
You see where I'm going with this?
He also has a horde, but like it's bananas. Ooh.
I had something, and then I kind of got distracted by the dragon thing. I had something for goblins.
Yeah, but like, well, I guess like little.
God, do goblins count as cryptids, or what other cryptids are there?
I don't know, like leprechauns, I guess, would kind of
leprechauns.
Count. Yeah.
Aww.
See, I also kind of picture them a stew type.
Leprechauns are not a stew type.
I picture a stew, a good Irish hearty stew.
You're going for heritage.
Sit the fucking down.
I mean, we went for heritage on the fucking Thunderbirds.
What are you sit fucking down for? What the fuck? Nobody here Star Club. What the fuck? I'm gonna play with you. He's on payroll right now, even though time's not progressing, so he's indentured servitude.
You see, they wouldn't want to dirty the pot because that's where their goal is.
Yeah, but the gold's kind of basically for like falsehoods anyway. That's not
so
not
it's
real
false gold.
Leprechauns are not known for their honesty.
So they would bring. Hold on. What's that? What are these boxes doing? It's finally collapsing. Whoa!
Stop it! I am your master. I command you. Stop spitting on me.
You know.
Uh-oh.
All right, not stew. I'm going to deposit a chowder.
Okay. Well, like, yeah, something that's like
a thick soup.
Yeah, a soup you can eat with a fork.
Okay, very good. I'm down just to put down leprechauns as eat with a fork-esque things. Do you think the Easter Bunny is a cryptid?
No.
Okay.
I do not consider that in the canon.
Jackalopes cryptid?
Technically, I guess. Yeah, technically they're cryptids.
What do small animals bring to the table in terms of a potluck? They wouldn't do drinks because they don't appreciate it. They wouldn't do like it's an easy like to say a vegetable platter for rabbits with antlers, but I think
you want to be a little bit more zhuzhy with it.
Well, I wanted to be more nuanced with it, like the siren thing. Like I think that's just kind of it. But the thing about cryptids that just hang out with no other world lore is that they just kind of hang out. I think that they forgot to bring something for the potluck and they just bought store-bought cookies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Like, I mean, they aren't really big-brained creatures either, right?
Yeah. Like, they were like, oh, fuck yeah, the potluck was today?
Uh-oh.
Like, whereas the dragon would buy something because it's luxurious, the humble jackalope would buy something because they forgot to make something themselves.
Okay, what about, I'm gonna put Slenderman in there.
Slender Boy?
Who put Slender Boy in there?
I think Slenderman just kind of wants to have a good time and hang out. I think Slenderman would be... He knows a lot of people are going to be bringing like foods and like rough foods. He's probably going to be a general, like he's going to be a drink guy. He's going to be a utilities potlucker. He's going to be thinking about what other people might bring.
I'm in a different camp entirely.
Really?
Yeah, because the man wants to steal children, so I think he would bring Dino Nuggies and a dip.
To a potluck of cryptids, what children are going to be there?
That's the thing. Slender's not a brilliant guy, but he's just like...
I think he's very smart for what he does.
You can fool him by being higher than him. He gets really confused by that.
Yeah, you can throw a fucking vampire in the sunlight and he burns to death. I don't fuck...
Yeah, he's not bringing Sunny D.
Why is he participating in the potluck then?
Why is anybody... None of these exist, Chris.
He's in the same room as a fucking dragon.
Yeah.
And a mummy.
Yeah. I think the mummy would enjoy a Dino Nuggie.
You thinking he's bringing Dino Nuggies?
I think he's bringing Dino Nuggies.
What's the motivation for the Dino Nuggies?
It's just like he comes with the expectation of luring children, but like none of them exist. So he's like, all right,
It's a potluck for adults. Who's bringing their fucking +1?
People have kids sometimes. Sometimes they gotta bring. They can't find a sitter. Who's gonna sit a cryptid child?
Why cryptids are gonna be in the same room and not tear each other apart? Vampires and werewolves have been like the classic fanfic, where we're not liking each other.
Yeah, well, we believe cats and dogs are the same thing, but I got cats and dogs to hang out.
It doesn't matter. It's the public perception of them.
Yeah.
It's like dragons and shit. Like,
I don't know why you're getting hot and bothered to me about the cryptids.
I don't think Slenderman's bringing Dino Nuggies because he's not going to expect children to be there. It's adults. They brought wine. They brought alcohol.
So? Our friends bring their kid everywhere.
Fucking Jesus Christ. I'm also in the, hold on. I can defend myself on my point of like he'd be a little bit more considerate. Is that the only Slenderman experience I have is Corn Man. And Corn Man was just a funny little guy.
Oh, he would bring corn.
But
Bring steamed corn.
I also have the Marble Hornets, where he's more of like the mysterious benefactor and fucking with them type of person. Like he's there to fuck with that studio crew for some reason.
I'm thinking corn boil now. Louisiana style boil.
It's we're gonna entire boil.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I've changed my mind on it.
Because he's not luring children anymore. He's thinking about the adults in the room.
No, it contains corn. He's the corn man.
So is he equal opportunity? Like, is it because you want a boil or because like corn chowder is also on the menu if it's just corn?
Well, I mean, like, is it a corn chowder? I thought it was just like a seafood chowder. I don't know. I don't know what the
chowder was something different. Like, no, the chowder was the leprechaun.
The leprechauns, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're thinking about the Slenderman now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think he
So
would
if you're
bring
going
Louisiana boil.
I think Louisiana boil is fine. I just wanted to make sure that it was because of the person he is and not because of the corn.
Yeah, it's mostly the corn. If I want to go with the person he is, I'm still sticking with Dino Nuggies.
Yeah, but my perception of the Slenderman is that he's a little bit more conniving. Like he's got motivations beyond what we understand, which I guess it's difficult to nail down personality-wise.
I mean, when he first arrived, he was mostly just kidnapping children. Like that was his something awful debut. He was just kidnapping children.
Yeah, but why?
Why anything? Why do dragons hoard gold?
Yeah, he's not a fucking child predator. He's harvesting children for some reason.
Okay,
and the reason is we don't know.
Yeah,
he's not. Oh my fucking god! I'm mad that you think that in a potluck that he was particular. In my opinion, I think the surrounding circumstances is more than what, because if Chupathingy is going off of Chupathingy's thing, that man's bringing a goat carcass as opposed to providing for the potluck and being thoughtful.
See, I still think that's still accurate.
It's accurate, but that's what he wants and not what he thinks other people want. And if he's an animal, he's probably going to be thinking, well, if people are going to be distracted with my fucking vegetable plate, so now I'm just going to eat the fucking goats that are going to be there.
I like goat meat. If he brings enough, it's a potluck. I'll eat goat.
He can bring whatever he wants. I guess what I'm thinking of specifically in this potluck scenario is something you're not thinking of, which is completely fine, because in my opinion...
You're thinking of the whole party in and of itself. I'm thinking of the cryptid itself.
So you're thinking that instead of this is an invitation, like, hey, let's hang out, this is for some reason, this animal or being is bringing something to a pile of essentially food and strange beings.
So... I'll put it this way. At my work, occasionally we would do potlucks, and potlucks were a chance to experience other people's like cultures and foods and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they would bring something that represents them and their culture, and that would be the potluck theme. They would bring something that represents them. And it's not so much thinking of everybody else. It's more like this is the food that I would make, that I like, that I appreciate, that is of my culture.
I guess this is hold on. I guess the white person culture is just fuck, I'm just gonna do something that compliments it.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. All right. I guess that says a lot more about me than me, like, in this thought experiment, than the actual thing itself.
You're getting angry at me.
I'm not angry at you. I'm more so just exploring the space in a way that I thought we were going to, that is painted by my own perception of the culture of I'm picturing adults wanting to get together and saying it's a potluck. Also, I fucking hate potlucks without a theme. So like, that's where I'm at right now. Is I would not participate.
Oh no!
If I were invited,
if you go, the moment you step in, you die. Somebody's killing you. Somebody's eating you. Somebody's.
You know who that person is? Me, because I don't want the expectation of bringing something that I think people would like.
And I would step in and go, no, this is too much social contagion for me. I just die on the spot.
I would just not show up. There's a stinky man over there. So yeah, if Chupathingy was just the fucking animal and they just said bring your food, he would probably just bring a carcass for himself.
To share?
No, for himself. Because he's an animal and he's territorial and he wants to eat food.
Okay, well now you're going in too far the other direction now.
What do you fucking mean you kill? Oh. What? How are we playing in this space?
You can't just bring a potluck and food for you. You bring a potluck food for everybody, but it's something
he's the animal
like.
based on fucking circumstances. And if you're saying like, oh yeah, it's part of my culture, but culture is now, here's a fucking goat, suck on it or you offend me.
Yeah. But then it's like, all right, well now we're inviting an animal if you want to get into that sort of territory. And it's like, what are we doing inviting an animal? We're fucking goat and shit like that.
How are we getting Nessie out of the lock?
We'll go to her. We'll go to her. We'll host it there in Scotland.
I guess you got a point.
Always had a point. You just been too angry to notice.
I'm not angry.
Oh, he's so mad.
I haven't been mad.
Comments?
I would have accepted it. I just needed to. I get a little flustered, which I guess is another form of anger.
You're getting heated.
At the fact that I don't know the parameters and we're getting a little bit like
Steam coming out of his ears.
You
can install PC games out of that.
Experiment over. In that I don't think any of them would actually show up to the fucking potluck except the siren, the vampire, and the werewolf, because the werewolf just wants the he's down the clown. The Slenderman would not show up because he's too busy eating children, and if he's forced to, he's not gonna bring anything.
I think he's bringing Dino Nuggies.
What is with you and the Dino Nuggies?
What's with him and the Dino Nuggies? There's Dino Nuggies.
Oh, so it's Slenderman's problem now. Dude, what's with you and the Dino Nuggies?
It's kind of weird, and you keep insisting, and your dips aren't that great.
Why would they invite him if he was perceived as weird?
It's like it's one of those
perceived as weird for cryptids.
Yeah, it's just they feel bad for him because he's got nobody to hang out with.
I think they would go the extra mile for Nessie to get hosted there, but I don't think they would fucking care about the Slenderman.
It's just he just shows up and tries to be social, and they're like, "Look at him, he's trying. We'll acknowledge him, but like,
if we're thinking about cryptids in their own skin, the dragon would fucking try to eat them.
Oh,
I don't think Slenderman would be eaten. It's just one of those like perpetual pests. He's kind of like the bed bugs of the cryptid world, which is funny considering Mothman is the Mothman of the cryptid world. But I think Mothman, people would be like, okay, in terms of weirdos, hold on, now you got me thinking. You've got me down a fucking thought highway, and I don't like it. So,
beep, get the fuck off the road. He's tailgating your ass.
I think Mothman would also be weird based off the what I've heard about him.
Yeah, lamp.
But for some reason, when Mothman does it, he's adorable. When Slenderman does it, please get away from me.
Yeah, it's the I'm killing HR comic of cryptids.
But guys, I'm kidnapping children and he's hypnoting people off the road, and it's like, yeah, but look at the Mothman.
Lamp. It's different.
Man, it really says a lot about society, doesn't it?
Running out of cryptids. Jersey Devil. That's another one.
I don't know the Jersey Devil.
I think he brings.
Is he just the devil?
No. He's a kind of like horse-esque thing with wings. It's like a horse demon with wings. It's like a anti-Pegasus.
Okay, counter Pegasus.
Yeah. Pegasus, but bad. He's a bad Pegasus.
He's gonna.
Oh no.
He's gonna bring fast food disguised as his own cookie.
Delightfully devilish.
Delightfully devilish, Jersey Devil.
He's telling everybody he's bringing steamed clams.
And they were like, "Ooh, should we bring like cocktail sauce or something?" Like, I don't know why cocktail sauce for steamed clams, but whatever. You get the gist. They wanted to complement the seafood.
I think if you're bringing a food, you got to bring your own sauce to it.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I think it's sacrilege to like expect people to bring mustard or
right.
something. Like, yeah. Like, oh yeah, the charcuterie board. Hope someone brought the mustard. It's like, buddy, I baked. Why would I bring mustard to a baking thing?
I think either that or he would just bring like, like the foot-long hot dogs, the big Franks. Yeah, I think he'd bring those.
What's the motivation for the Franks?
Again, like kind of like an underprepared sort of thing, but like you can still barbecue them up and have a better time than like just store-bought thing on the way, like the jackalope.
Would he bring his own barbecue?
I would probably imagine, yeah. I think he's a man who's proud of his barbecue, but like he didn't have enough time to like bring enough like season some meats to bring. So he has it as an option. It's kind of like a...
Oh, so he's being considerate, huh?
Well, not quite.
Oh, so the Chupathingy can't be considerate of the group and decide to bring a fucking vegetable platter. All right, fair enough.
Yeah, sip your fucking bitter-ass drink for your bitter-ass personality.
I fill it with water, thank you.
Oh, Christ.
You're right, I did kind of get heated over the fucking potluck.
When I thought this earlier, I was like, this is not going to turn into a fist fight, and here we are. Black and bruised.
I want to say, legitimately, what do you mean?
Emotionally vaunted right now.
You knew exactly when you stated a thing and didn't state the parameters in which you wanted the thing.
I didn't think they'd get out of hand this quickly.
It's me we're talking.
I was expecting
dude, I'm fucking
two.
shitty and pedantic the entire time you've met me. I don't know what you expected.
just like, I don't know, like a little tact.
A little tact?
A little tact.
I laced up my shoes to play basketball, and you're saying we're playing soccer right now? We're playing soccer? You said sports ball, and you didn't explain what sports ball it was.
I don't think I'm in the wrong here.
I don't think you're in the wrong either, is the problem. I think I just blew it out of proportion, and that's why I don't do social situations. I think, again, this says a lot more about me than it does for you.
Yeah, we've seen each other a lot in the past week. I realized, like, oh, I got a whole weekend if I could chill. Like, we're recording this on a Friday. I got a weekend where I don't have to talk. No, I forgot that Wrestle Kingdom's this weekend, and it's going to fucking rule, but I'm going to have to talk to people. It's going to be great.
You don't have to.
No, I really want to watch Wrestle Kingdom.
You can watch Wrestle... Wait, is it Wrestle Kingdom, like, physical?
Well, we're not going there physically, no. But it's I'm just here from Discord.
Just mute everybody and watch it.
No, but, like, Kenny Omega's coming back for his first match since he got, like, really sick.
Yeah, and you can be really excited by watching it by yourself.
I don't know. It's different. I watch wrestling with friends. We're gonna get quieter and, like,
I feel like this is the soccer scenario all over again, and we should probably... You're
not even watching it. Well, like, what does it matter?
Oh, you don't even bring the fucking ball.
You don't even bring dipping sauce. You bring a whole goat.
What the fuck? You didn't even drain it? You didn't even drain it? You're the goat sucking guy. Well, I thought everyone would
all suck together. They brought straws. And we're just doing loot lads.
And that's why he would bring a vegetable.